We start at 6 o'clock tonight with breaking news. The judge in the Delphi murders case is fighting back, explaining why she should not be removed from the case.
Yeah, late today, both the judge and the state's attorney general weighed in on Richard Allen's request for a new judge and to reinstate his original defense team.
Allen is accused of killing teenagers Libby German and Abby Williams in Delphi nearly 7 years ago.
So our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel joins us now. What's the significance with these latest filings?
Well, these filings to the state Supreme Court are really important because at stake is who will defend Richard Allen and who will preside over the Delphi murders trial. So late this afternoon, Judge Francis Gall filed this 23-page response to the Indiana Supreme Court, and it comes after Allen's civil attorneys asked the court to take drastic action. Even before his murder trial begins, the man accused of killing 2 Delphi teenagers is asking the Supreme Court to do 3 things: to immediately reinstate his original defense attorneys, who were disqualified by the judge despite his objections, to remove Judge Gall from the case and replace her with a new special judge, and to order a trial date within 70 days to preserve Allen's right to a speedy trial. Today, the judge responded to those requests. She said she acted well within her discretion to remove attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Brad Rosie for what she called gross negligence. Gall argued that she should not be removed because she has shown no bias or prejudice toward Allen or his attorneys. And she asked the Supreme Court not to get involved because Allen has a right to appeal to other lower courts. The Attorney General's office also filed a brief today asking the Supreme Court to not intervene for the same reason. He pointed out that the proper place to challenge the judge's decisions are to the trial court, not the Supreme Court, and that has not yet happened. The next step, the Supreme Court will decide whether to intervene. That decision will be critical in determining whether Allen gets back his original attorneys and whether Judge Gall is replaced with a different judge. If the Supreme Court does get involved, well, that would be unusual, but this case has been unusual pretty much from the very beginning.
No kidding, at every twist and turn. So do we know when the Supreme Court will make a decision?
No, we don't really have a sense on that, but keep in mind this murder case has been sidetracked now for basically an entire month, and Allen's attorneys say their defendant's right to a speedy trial is now in jeopardy, so there's reason to believe that the Supreme Court will announce a decision sooner rather than later.
Well, we know you'll be following it every step of the way.
We will.
All right, Bob, thank you. It has now been almost 7 years since Abby Williams and Libby German were murdered, and we have been sharing updates with you since the start. Just scan this code you see here on your screen or go to WTHR.com/Delphi. That's how you can follow every twist and turn in this case.